again, welcome to today's attempt at the Time Guesser puzzle. This is the game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge. We'll be given a series of 5 photos just like this one. For each one we have to say where in the world was it taken, but also when in history was it taken, anywhere from 1900 to the present day. There's more points the closer you are, both on the timeline and on the map. So let's see how we get on. I usually aim for about 2/3 to 3/4 of the overall points, but it just depends on the pictures really, and it depends on how good my guessing is. Feel free to play along at home as well, of course, and leave your guesses in the comments. We're starting with a pagoda, but the questions are, in which country is it, and in which decade is it? Yeah, okay, I think that's Japanese or Chinese writing. I just can't quite see it. I don't think it's Korean or Thai. That's the important thing to start with. I mean, it really looks like it. I was expecting it to be in China, but I've got a feeling that these are Japanese letters rather than Chinese, which is a bit confusing. I think I've got to go in China, though. It just looks overwhelmingly likely to be in China. Yeah. I mean, it still seems Japanese. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to go China, just because it's bigger. I'm hedging my bets. Anyway, next question is what year? I'm kind of tempted to leave it at 62. Because, I mean, it's a pretty old looking bus and car. What about this car? I mean, maybe it's just a bit more modern than 60s. Let's go 73. I just don't know if they have pagodas like this in Japan. That's the other reason that I really want to believe that it's in China, even though I feel like I saw some Japanese lettering. I've got to go for China, I think. Let's just go somewhere near Beijing. I suppose we'll go in Beijing, why not? It was 67, okay, so I'd have been 5 years off if I'd just stayed with 62, and I ended up being 6 years off instead, so much of the muchness. The reason I couldn't work out if it was China or Japan is because it was in Korea after all that. I still think it might have been Chinese letters though, on the bus, but I suppose the problem with my logic was that a bus can drive from one country to another. But yeah, not brilliant, but not a complete disaster. 69% is in the 2/3 to 3/4 range that I said I was aiming for, so let's carry on along those lines or do better. This one, the location is easier at least. We can see the Hollywood sign back there, so it's clearly Los Angeles. It obviously also says it on the sign there. Great American something, freedom of all Los Angeles. This looks like an Elvis impersonator. I'm not quite sure what else is going on. That is... I thought that was a camera for a minute. I can't tell if that's a camera or part of his musical instrument, because it does look like he's blowing something. Maybe it's not a camera, maybe he's just holding up the music in front of him. What else have we got going on? I mean, it's clearly some kind of band, isn't it? Would be helpful if this car had a number plate that I could read. When I say that, it probably wouldn't, because I'm not sure I'd be able to tell the year just from a car in America. In Britain, I might be able to tell what year something was from a car number plate. I mean, it looks super old, but the photo quality makes it look super old, but just everything in the photo, like the cars and stuff, make it seem arguably more modern than the previous photo. I might have to go for the 80s here. I suppose I could go 70s again. It's not going to be earlier than the 70s, just looking at some of the cars. I think I'm going to go 78 this time. And, oh, where is the Hollywood sign? Somewhere over here, isn't it? West Hollywood, Hollywood Hills. There's the Hollywood sign. So that's up there. I don't know which direction we're facing in this photo is the problem, but yeah, we'll just plonk it there and hope. I mean, I'm not going to lose too many points of a location, I'm certain. It was 80. There we go. Not too far off. The Great American Yankee Freedom Band. There we go. So, yeah, it was a relatively easy one, to be fair, given the location. But, yeah, the year put me off a little bit just because of the quality of the photo. But we got there in the end. This is another relatively easy location. If this isn't Switzerland, then something's gone drastically wrong or they've deliberately tried to trick us. Yeah, I mean, say what you like about Switzerland, but you've got to admit that the flag is a big plus. What year do we think this is? I mean, again, it's black and white, which always puts me off, because it could be anywhere from about 1900 to about 1990. This one's clearly not 1900. The women are not covered from head to toe in clothes for a start. They're dressing a lot more immodestly than that. I can't see any cars is the problem, so that's not going to help me. There are road signs, so it's got to be post-war, I would have thought. But the trouble is, there's a little bit of me that thinks it could be 50s, but if it's not 50s, it could be 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. I really don't know. I mean, the outfit is relatively modern looking. I just always get put off by black and white photos, but call me crazy, I'm going to go for 1990 here. And then we're going to go somewhere near the Alps, I guess, because you can see quite a lot of mountains in the background. But to be fair, there's quite a lot of mountains everywhere you look in Switzerland, aren't there? Let's go Interlaken, why not? Relatively central-ish. Oh, I said it could be 50s. Disastrous attempt on the year. Oh dear, we'll move swiftly on. This one is not the 50s. Oh, where are we here? CMR. Cameroon? Comoros? What other CMR countries can I think of? YDE probably stands for Yaoundé, which would be the capital of Cameroon, won't it? So, yeah. Again, location relatively straightforward. Now we just need to deal with the year. Is this guy talking on a smartphone? He's talking on some kind of device. Maybe it's an old flip phone, so maybe it's more like 20 years ago than 2 years ago. What else are people holding? Hard to tell. What about over here, these people that are standing around? I think that's just a phone, isn't it? It's just a modern smartphone. Nobody's wearing a mask, so it's probably pre-2020, but there's no guarantee. It could be last week, and that's why they're not wearing a mask. Is there a year mentioned on this sign? Because that would make things a bit easier. No. Okay, so we're going Cameroon, specifically Yaoundé. We'll plonk it there. What do we reckon? 2018, 2015? Let's go in the middle. 2017. Oh, 2010. That's annoying. It's a little bit earlier, but luckily I didn't lose too many points for the year, so we're still doing okay. Nothing spectacular yet. American Falls from Goat Island. I reckon that's the American Falls from Goat Island. Although when it says American Falls, I think it means Niagara Falls, presumably. Or what we now call the Niagara Falls. What year? This is what I was saying about the previous one, about how it wasn't 1900 because the ladies were not dressing from head to toe in clothes. This one, they are. So it really could be very, very early. Everyone's wearing a hat. So 19 followed by a 0 is looking very likely, I think. The photo quality just puts me off because it looks too good to be a photo from 1900s, but I think it's got to be that old. We will zoom right into the Niagara Falls. That's Grand Island. Where is Goat Island? That's Navy Island. This is Goat Island. Okay, so it's somewhere on this island. Presumably it's maybe this corner? Could be one of the other corners, but I'm on the right island, so I'm going to be pretty close, aren't I? And hopefully I'll be close on the year as well. I am close on the year. That's a bit annoying. I guessed maybe it would be there, but it looked like they were a little bit too close to the edge for it to be this part. But anyway, that cost me 2 points on the location. I'll take that. We only lost 50 points on the year. I'll take that as well. A nice one to finish on. Such an old photo. Very interesting. Due to some of the issues on the previous ones, we haven't quite hit the 40,000 mark. That's such a shame. Just under 80%. But, of course, that does mean it's over the 2/3 to 3/4 I was aiming for. So, despite not getting completely spot on with any until that last one, we did alright. A couple of locations were easy, I suppose, so it meant that even if I messed up the year, then we still got some decent points. Let me know how you got on. Thank you for watching and bye for now.